viewers. In today's class, we are having a question that said if square root of x plus 9 minus square root of x minus 4 equals 1, what is the value of x? So let's get down straight to business. For this, let's see, we have this x plus 9 minus square root of x minus 4. Advisably, anytime you are given questions that have to do with square root, you always consider the domain. So the domain of this particular, I'll focus on this. The domain, I'm emphasizing on domain because if I don't focus on the domain, I might end up having a solution that will make the whole work undefined, right? So the domain of this, clearly x must be greater than or equals to 4. That's our domain clearly, because if x is less than 4, we are going to have an undefined term here, and which will spoil the whole work, right? So our domain is greater than or equals to 4. So, but there's something I want to do here. I want to substitute some things. For instance, I will say let a to be equals to, let's say the first one, which is x plus 9, and b to be square root of x minus 4, right? That means I'll have something like, in place of this, I'll put a minus, in place of this, I'll put b to be equals to 1, right? I have that part. Let me call it my first equation, equation 1. Now, we know that I want to do something here. Clearly, if I say a square, it means I'm squaring both sides, right? If I square both sides here, I'm going to have something like x plus 9 left alone, because the square root will be cancelled out because of the square, right? And at the same time, for the second one, which is b, I'll have something like b squared to be equals to x minus 4, right? Now there's something I want to do. Recall the difference of two squares, right? A squared minus b squared is always equals to a plus b and a minus b, right? I want to use this for something tricky here. So let's do something. I'm having a squared. Let me just write, pardon. This is a plus b, a minus b. Sorry for rewriting. Now, a square minus b square, I can just use this. So I can have something like x plus 9a squared, right? Minus, for b squared, I'll have something like x minus 4, you get, based on this, to be equals to a plus b. In place of this a minus b, we've said that a minus b is 1, so I can just put 1 here, right? So if I expand this particular part, this particular section, I'm having something like x plus 9 minus x, if I expand the bracket, plus 4, because minus and minus makes it a plus, to be equals to, I'll just have something like a plus b, right? And clearly, x minus x will cancel out. 9 plus 4 will be 13. That means I'll have something like 13 equals to a plus b. Let me write it this way. A plus b equals 13. I can call this to be my equation 2, because recall, I have my first equation here. So let's solve equation 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2, we are going to have something like a minus b equals 1 and a plus b equals 13. I want to solve it simultaneously, so let's just add up. Let's add this so that b can cancel out. So if I'm adding equation 1 and 2, I'm having a plus a to be 2a minus b plus b is 0. This is equals to 1 plus 13 to be 14. If I divide both sides by 2, 2 cancel 2, I have a to be equals to, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 7. A can be 7. That's for this. To get b, to get the value of b, I can just come here, right? Or any of the equations actually. So let's use a minus b is 1. So if a is 7, that's 7 minus b equals 1, which means 7. Anyhow, you want to solve it, just do it. I'm kind of complicating this part, but if you solve it, you get it this way. So 7 minus 1 equals b. This cross, this came back here, so we're having something like 6 equals to b. which means B is 6. Now we have the two solutions of A and B, but remember our question is in terms of x, right? We have to find x and we said let A to be this and B to be this. So there's something I can actually do here. Since A is 7 and B is this, recall that, let's write something out. Recall that A is equals to, I said, square root of x plus 9. X plus 9. And B is equals what? We said B is square root of x minus 4. Square root x minus 4. Sorry, we have this. So that means for this part, to get the value of x, I can make it that, remember, if A is 7, that means 7 here equals square root x plus 9. If I take the square on both sides, I will have something like 49, because 7 square is 49, to be x plus 9, right? Same thing here. I will have something like, you remember B is 6, so if I square it, I have 36 to be x minus 4. That means for this one, I'm having x to be 49 minus 9. X is 40, and at the same time here, if I work it out here, I have 36 plus 4. X is 40 as well. That implies the value of x is 40. Thanks for watching.